What's up, guys? This is Maxwell Comics Inc. I'm your host, Maxwell, and today we waited for the Bumblebee soundtrack drop. It dropped last night, girl. I listened to all that shit last night. So this is not like a pure let's react, no. This is a let's talk about the songs, let's dissect the songs, let's see what they mean, let's see how I felt about the songs. This is not like a blind reaction shit, because I can point you to other people who do that. I'm not doing that. I want to talk about them in depth. So first, let's talk about the Triumph. Now, the thing they did with this soundtrack is like they just, creatively, they just took around with creative things, just trying new things, trying new sounds, trying new beats. Okay, put a little more funk on it, put a little stank on it. Like they, especially in this side, I was not. I mean, it's what I expected, but like the creative liberty they took on it was like not anything that I expected on it. Nothing. You know what I mean? Because it has this part, right? I won't die. The battle seems unwinnable, but all we need is a miracle. You know what I mean? There's this part, just get the shit out of the way. But then I want to talk about, let's get into it. The creative shit they do, when they get all, when they get a little Red vs. Blue on us, you know what I mean? You know the stank they put on the Red vs. Blue soundtracks? I should start reacting to Red vs. Blue again, you know what I mean? But yeah, you have this regular stuff, regular smuggliness. The sunshine will be ours. You hear this funkiness? And I think what they're talking about here was like no time to run, no time to grieve. Like they ain't got time to sit there and sit and think about the fall of Beacon. They have to basically say bump this. Haven is about to fall. We gotta go. Get our shit together. Like we don't have time. That's what Volume 4 was for, in a sense, to reflect and think and grow on the fall of Beacon. Blah 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 blah. Now we don't got time for that. We have to fight. It's time let's go. You know what I mean? They're standing their ground. Here it comes with that rock chorus again. Here we go. Today is today. This has been the day we waited for. Kind of a callback to that. Like today is when we, finally turn the tide in Salem. Like this is when it's time to go. They came to slay. Yang's also a gun. She'll never outrun Emerald. That was a call out to Emerald. Because Emerald's like, remember in I'm the One, Emerald's like, race with your mind and you'll never outrun. Yang's like, you know what, bitch, you fuck with me, you'll never outrun me, bitch. That's who you ain't gonna outrun. You ain't gonna outrun me. That's who you ain't gonna outrun, okay? Jeff, you're so clever. You're so clever with these lyrics. I think that's the glory here, but I'm not sure. Unpredictable. They're rising up. They're doing it. They're doing their thing. This is my day. They can't wish away the sad days. They can't wish away the days they ain't feeling that hot. But they gotta push on. We'll carry on. We'll win for sure. We'll endure the star. We'll be the ones that start the sun to triumph. Excuse my singing. This is my favorite part. It's like they put this new modern funk on it. Like it's not just RWBY used to be its own genre. Now it's like it's kind of molding into modern-ish, as you see in this soundtrack. It's like a lot of the soundtrack sounds like it's live. Like I'm sitting there listening to a live Broadway performance in a sort of sense. But there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying it's different. It's different, but I'm liking it. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying this shit. I'm enjoying it. Again with these solos are amazing. The background vocals in this. Listen to this. Listen to this. This was my anthem. This got me through finals. Well, this got me through my grades. Like the Triumph will not. Like this album will not be. You know what I mean? This got me through some times. This next part. That song was great. I think it was one of my favorites. They really took some creative liberty. Last year, Volume 4, it was a grower. It grew on a lot of people. But, you know, as it got, you know, more intense, you know what I mean? That's what I mean when the full version came out. It pretty much sounded like the same. I mean, like, it was great. They did have that little special part, you know, during their, Ridge or whatever last year, and I just wasn't expecting that, and that was a kind of a first hint of what they were going to do this year. But it was just like, okay. But for the most part, the lyrics and the beat, it sounded the same, except for that one part where they were like, ah, you know, they were like that last year, and it's like I was like that was the most differentest part of the, I guess, that song, but everything else pretty much sounded not the same lyrically, but like, you know, the beat, you know, fairy tale. Now it seems you were just pretending. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, let's go. The Triumph was great. I like the Triumph. It was a triumph. They did. It was a success. They tried something new and they succeeded. So let's go on to Ignite. No, this is not Ignite. This is yeah, this is Ignite. And it's like it's more, the music is more clear now, because before with the trailer songs, with the character short songs, you always had that stuff in the background. It's on YouTube stuff when you listen on YouTube. So it's interesting for me to hear it like clear and clean without any like fighting background noise. It's great. It's great. It's very interesting to have it clear. It's very jazzy. They're doing jazz stuff. They're doing jazz. It's gonna mourn you. How your angles thing. They're a big mess, cause I'm relentless. I gotta tell you I'm a fight today. Crash and burn, you know, scathing eyes back to her original trailer. Every mistaken spot, suffers to judge me again. Back to her trailer. This is a callback. Volume 5 was just a callback to Volume 1. Just calling back Volume 1. Eyes of fire, her red eyes. Little fly. I'm something higher. Soon you'll be knowing your mistake of a life. Don't watch yourself suffer, you'll watch me ignite. The little gang part in it, I love that part. I love that part. They're being really playful. This is very jazzy. It's very interesting. It's like it's more of a jazzy gang. Like, you know, let's go. They're being very creative this year with their songs, and I'm appreciating it so much. She's talking about her family now, like her, they make her strong and stuff. I think. Oh, bandit guy talking to the bandits now. She kicking butt. This is all people she kicking butt to in Volume 5. She should have had some moment with this song playing while she was fighting Mercury and Emerald. Wow, this is summoning fucking Blitz Army, save the day. I was thinking about Volume 5, right? And I was just like, I kind of dipped it off for a second. I was like, I was thinking about this battle and how cool this song would incorporate into the battle, you know what I mean? But it was just like, this rap, go Lamar. See that jazz part? That's my favorite. It's a desire of fire. And something higher. You'll watch midnight. So yeah, that was basically Yang talking about like how basically how Yang songs talk about. They kind of like brag a little bit about how they're back to her songs are back to being look at me, I'm the best, I'm gonna beat your ass, and you gonna like it. I just and it was like not so much story wise, except for him talking about her family, how they make it stronger. Talking about Toothless, talking about she beat everybody ass in Volume 5. Like, but Yang was like the MVP of Volume 5. Like, she was winning. Blake and Yang, they won this year. Like, not together. We'll get to that later. But yeah, creatively it was a really, really good song. Path of Isolation is next, and I'll talk about Path of Isolation. We'll talk about it. Let's go. It starts with the unexpected loss of something dear. There's no turning sound effect because it's clear now. Just an endless empty hole. The light that showed the way is gone, and darkness takes control. Bitterness and anger are quick to fill the void. The path to isolation is littered with the dreams that lay destroyed. The cold seems to grow in my soul. This seems pretty normal, my song. Let's go full. I think this line is talking about how the people around her in Atlas that like they're really fake, like they're really her enemies. They really try to keep her down. Like, they appear as friends, they appear as family. Her father, her brother, sometimes her sister. I don't know, but they have a closer relationship than her other family members. So it could be that. So you know what I mean. Let's like talking shit about those fake ass bitches up in Atlas. You know what I mean? Let's go. They're liars. They're pretenders. I mean, they're only out for themselves. Harkening back to the mirror, as always. I don't recognize. She's not recognizing herself. This is you guys. You're not you when you're hungry. We're getting a mood change. Mood change. This is what I mean when I say, right now it sounds like I'm listening to a live Broadway rock show. She's frozen, like she's chilled to the bone. Yeah. It's always in conflict with her heart. Like, why is it in her head's like, you know, do this, why is it in her heart, but I feel this way. More apart. Here's the thing about ice. Correct me if I'm wrong, scientist, but it's like when you freeze something, something is frozen, the colder and colder it gets. So like if you freeze something a little too much, it begins to kind of crack. I guess, you know what I mean? You know, kind of how like ice expands, it expands until it's like it's no more and it cracks something. Like for example, like ice and concrete or whatever. You put if it, ice kind of expands and expands, it begins to crack, and you know if something were to have like cracks in it and ice got in it and it expanded it and what ice weathering and all that other stuff, all that shit. It's kind of like to affect a heart. Like your heart is basically kind of falling apart and it's shattering and it becomes more fragile and it's like breaking because it's freezing so much and then it freezes so hard it's gonna crack. I'm just saying, you know, that's just what ice does. You know, it's chilled. Just from the trailer. These songs go really fast. It doesn't sound like it does in the trailer though, because of the it's more rocky. Help me. Yeah, because in the trailer it had that more mirror grander magical vibe, like mirror help me who am I, that stuff. But it was like, you know what I mean, the background sound, the musical background sounded more like it did when, you know, at the beginning of the song where it's like the cold seems to grow in my soul, it's consuming me, like kind of like that. I don't know. But let's go on to the next song, which is Smile. Smile is my favorite. I mean, like I said about this one, Smile is my favorite. Smile and All Things Must Die are my two favorite. All That Matters is also under that, but you know, let's go. Not what you expect for the opening, right? Ilya's parents. Again, they're telling her how to act in Atlas. They're telling her you haven't done anything wrong by being born. You have done nothing wrong. Being born who you are, that you're honest, that's the way your skin is. That's not your problem. That's not, you didn't do anything wrong by existing and being who you are, which is a message that really needs to be projected. This, you know, in this just ever, just always should be a message that people should remember. They're gonna put it on trial just for being who you are. You're just being born like your family was. No skin. You're perfect as anyone else. I really don't want to run this great moment because this is great singing on Jeff Williams' part. But it's like, it's just the message is like they'll treat you like trash just because of what you look like or who you are or whatever. It's just really sad. It's really sad. You didn't think you get this acoustic, would you? You didn't think you get this acoustic, would you? Take what you need, keep them simply. Let them know better how your revenge is sweet. And then you get into the rap part. Of being honest. Their game, play be like them. Apart from the character chart. Only for a while. Take what you need. Need them to bleed. Let them know better about you. Need them to sweet. You know what I mean? It's only a while. Take what you need. Listen to bleed. Let them make it go. Cool. I didn't want to talk too much during that song because I didn't want to ruin it. It was just so beautiful. I did not want to ruin it. I did not want to ruin it. It was so beautiful. It's basically like her parents talking to her. It's like they treat their basically the pep talk they're giving her before they send her into Alice Academy acting like a human. They're like, you know what I mean? You were born the way you are. We love you. You're beautiful. You're this. You're that. You're perfect. You're just as good as them, if not better. And but they will treat you like shit just because of who you are. It's just like wow. And I think it's just like their message was go get ahead. We want a better life for you, and that'll be your revenge. You're gonna be better than them, and you're gonna learn. You're gonna prove that you're just as good as them, even though you're honest. But you're not gonna tell them you're honest because then they won't let you get to the top. They know you're honest because they're racist. And it's like and it's kind of gets, but the message kind of gets skewered into what the White Fang taught her, in the sorts of like, take what you need, leave them. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when your parents say, kill them with kindness, and then it's like, you actually just, you don't kill them with kindness, you just kill them, you know what I mean? Elliot was just like, kill them with kindness, no, just kill them, and it's just like, after her parents died, the message probably got skewed of like, you know what I mean? Like, this is what they were going to do, and like, this really what your parents wanted? But also at the same time, like, the idea I just that you really kind of have to like reach for, because if you really listen to it, it sounds like her parents the entire time, in sorts of But in the beginning, when it's off, they say take what you need, leave them to bleed too. So it's just like her parents saying that. I don't know. So you could take it either way. I'm choosing to take it as her parents are talking to her, but then also the like Bang kind of gets in there and skews her perspective after they die, and this and that. And it's her feelings of true, honest pain and oppression. Um, yeah, this isn't a Blake song. This is an Adam song. This is Ilya. This is Ilya's song. This is who Ilya is. You know what I mean? I'm gonna read a comment that someone just left after I get past this next one. So after Smile, there is All Things Must Die, which is my other favorite. This sounds like a. Very eerie, very, song. Let's go. Piano. Very eerie. A little bit of, you can hear a little bit of Sacrifice in there, but not really. So you have to reach and hear it. But it's mostly Cinder. Live Broadway musical. That's when vibes. Broadway musical vibes. My time to die. I feel like I need to conduct now. It's building, it's building, it's building. Sorry, I had to pause it. It was so beautiful. Bloody Evolution. Back to Volume 1. Call back to This Will Be the Day. Welcome to a world of new solutions. Welcome to a world of bloody evolution. In time, your heart will open. You get the point. You get the point. Back to All Things Must Die. Transcends. Block up the sky. All things must die. This is Raven calling out Cinder. I'm sorry, it just is. But it has Cinder's music in it, but the beginning sounds like a blend between Sacrifice and her song. Close your eyes. Close those maiden eyes. It's time for you to go. It's time for you to go down, Cinder. Part of the other song. This is part of the beginning fight. Always evolve. Mercy. Your time of death. Draw your last breath. It's time to die, bitch. Eulogy. Treachery. You betrayed humanity. You hear that? Treachery? Literally, where you're betraying your kind. You're betraying humanity by working for the Grim, working for Salem to take us. It's time to die, bitch. It's time to die. Time to be one with the sky. It's time to be one with the sky. Don't fear it. Time to go. That was basically an FU Cinder song. It was Cinder's song, but it's like it was Cinder's song because it had her, da 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 da, the her fight with Pyrrha. But it's like All Things Must Die. Who is going to die? And it's like the song was brought back for Raven and Cinder, but it's like this has lyrics, and it's like they've had this. This shows me that they've had this idea, they've had this song for a while. They've had it since at least Volume 30. So, had it for a couple of years. So then now they're finally debuting it. I feel like they have a lot of songs that they just save and they just use later. But yeah, especially like Cinder, it's time to go. It's not necessarily Cinder. I feel like if Raven would have died, it would have been like, oh, Raven, it's time to go. But now, if it's Cinder's time, Cinder's time to. I feel like it's not. I feel like they're gonna use this song whenever it's like it's a big boss of the volume, and it's like someone is going to, you know what I mean. And I feel like it was this time with Cinder, but like Cinder had it because Cinder was in those boss kind of fights. You know what I mean? She was in that big fight with Ozpin. She was in that big fight with Pyrrha. All those big one-on-one huge end of volume fights. This is what this song is going to represent. All things must die. It's time for you to go. It's time for you to go. That's what I think about the song. I think it's beautiful. I think it sounds like a Broadway musical, especially in the end. You saw me with my little white colored pencil, just conducting. I'm an orchestra, so I'm used to people conducting. But yeah, that was All Things Must Die. It was my favorite musically, great. Like I said, it sounded like Broadway. Ugh. Let's go to This Time. Everyone's heard This Time. It's from Shadows Part 2, but you know what? This is Volume 5. I'm the Volume 5 soundtrack, so gotta listen to it. That great, you have that great piano of remix of the From Shadows thing. That's Sun. They don't have much time to save Haven. The life of just secluding yourself on Menagerie, and that's over. You gotta fight now. Salem's using the white thing as a pawn, you gotta fight. You're already inside it. Adam put you in it. Adam put you in it. There's nowhere to hide. There's no more continents to go through. There's no more world. This is it. This is it. It's all that we got. We're on Remnant. That's what we got. It's time to fight. It's time to fight. Way through this time, the ways of the past will the ways of oppression and racism. We're gonna get over that. We're gonna rise above it. Enlighten a new state of mind. Enlighten a state of love and peace. Now, I'll stand with you shoulder to shoulder. I'll stand with human, fine. I'll tell you what, I'm standing by you to fight this. A new flame, a new fire, and into the light. No more hiding in shadows and getting your fight for what you want and go for it. A new brotherhood, a new idea of thinking and battling fauna suppression and battling, this evil white thing. White, here goes the From Shadows, Lamothe. This warning is dying, my words you must hear. The kingdom and shambles, the dawn fall. There's warning everyone about Haven's fall. But some think, peace is achievable. First they gotta fight. First, heads gotta fly. It's fight or die. There'll be no relief. If Haven falls, they won't be any relief. No way to escape the fight. You either fight, either you go to the fight or the fight comes to you. This time retreat spells are final. It'll be the nail in the coffin for the white thing and the Faunus. Like, if Haven falls, if they take out another academy than Faunus, everyone is gonna suffer. You'll climb and light in a new state of mind. And now I'll stand with you shoulder to shoulder. Out of the ashes and new flame ignite. Rise up from shadows in the dim light. A new brotherhood. It's a new brotherhood. The new white thing is to be called the Brotherhood. The world sees what good Faunus are capable of. We go from being spiteful to love, Ilya from hate, from Ilya to love. To save our fate and walk beside. Instead of going down as these evil people, you could stand beside the human race and fight for your rights and be good. Do the right thing. Fight the right way. Because violence is not the right way. No more fighting phonics, no more fighting humans. We're gonna win this one. To stand with Sun and Ilya, the dad, and all her friends, Ruby, will stand with them. Rise up from shadows and into light. This time, I have nothing else to say about this time. I will link to another video breaking it down more in depth if you want more in depth to talk about this time. I love it. It's great. This is another song. This is just Alton Hustai again. Let's go to All That Matters. I have a lot to say about this song. Let's just get into it. I thought this was a Team RWBY song. This is not a Team RWBY song. I was mistaken. I apologize, Goldfish. When I saw your video yesterday, and I was like, this is crap. This is not a Blake Yang song. This is a Team RWBY song. I was mistaken. I'm very sorry, and I'm gonna break down my feelings in this video about it. I'm sorry. Let's talk about this.
Never thought that you would stay forever.
She never thought Blake would stay forever.
Never asked you to commit your life.
Never asked her to have a big commitment.
I can tell you in my heart, I never.
It's like you know what I said. She just up and left. Blake just up and left. Now she's just standing here in Haven, having that big sexy look in her eye, like, can I come in? Blake gave, you saw that look Blake gave, but like how his look, just like, oh, just forgive me. You know, she'll just think she'll believe all your lies again, that she'll stay and you care and all this other shit.
You lost, you
Found your heart's a pin down. Not your heart's a pin down. Your heart to pin down. Your heart to get a hold of. I can't reach you. I don't know if I can depend on you. I don't. Then you just show up. But now we're here. Now we're together. And that's really all that matters. That's all that matters. Because I love you and we're friends. And maybe more in the case of Blake and Yang. But it's like this, I understand this. Like you have that one friend or that one person in your life, that boyfriend or that girlfriend or your best friend or whatever. And it's like, you know, they're kind of iffy, you know you can't depend on them, but you kind of do it anyway because you love them, you know that then somewhere they kind of care about you too, but you feel like you care about them more than they care about you, and it's like, but you just forgive them because like she said, you have that look and you melt because it's them, simply because it's them. It's ooh. And I'm saying it like because I know because I've dealt with this sometimes and stuff. But like with Blake, with Ryan, I think it's a little bit more romantical because Bumblebee. I think Bumblebee has points to it. I think they're like. I feel like Bumblebee is a thing that's going to happen, but the writers, I feel like they could have done a different approach to how they will handle it because I wanted it to. I feel like Bumblebee should have been like a thing where it's like it is undeniable that there is something more than a little friendship. Like with Jean and Pyrrha, there was something more than a friendship. Like for example, Ruby and John. Who worship Ruby and John? You could mistake Ruby and John as potential cuties or potential nots. And I think the difference is like people automatically assume, oh, main guy character, main girl character, they're talking, they're friends. Look, it's together, it's cute. I can see that. But with like two guys or two girls, it's like, I don't see it. Maybe they're just friends. And I do. I think that's heteronormative. I fall into that. I think that too because a lot of like in Yang things. I think these are just close friends talking and opening up. That's all this is. There's no romantic thing. Same thing with me and John, but people can mistake that. People are easier. People make it easier to think that way because it's heteronormative. But you know what I mean. But yeah, I feel like they're only signed in like the show of like the looks that they were given at the Volume 5 finale and what's it called? The talk they had in Burning the Candle. That's the only instance where I thought maybe there is something more to this. That's the only time I thought everything else can really be just like Blake is opening up or Gang is opening up. And here's what I don't like. I'm going on a little bit of a rant. Just because Blake has, I've talked about this in the video, so just because Blake is opening up, someone has close personal, someone, like you should be able to get personal with someone without people thinking, oh, they want to fuck. But anyway, that's my little tangent. Let's get back to the song, because you know I still have a lot more to say about the song. She thought she could bring back from the shadows. That's a callback to Wings. I didn't believe Wings was a Blake Yang song either. I thought it was a little bit of a Blake song, and I didn't think it was Blake talking to Yang. But you know, like I said, Gilfish, I'm sorry. You said Wings was a Bumblebee song too. And here's what I thought. Here's my thing, Gilfish. I thought I really like you said. I think Gilfish is this crazy Bumblebee shipper that just thinks everything's about Bumblebee, and it's like he will find any excuse to incorporate Bumblebee until he thinks everything's a Bumblebee song. He thinks everything's a Bumblebee moment. But now I'm realizing he's not crazy. He's right. Wings is a Bumblebee song. Close your eyes now, baby. Broken wings won't hold you down. You know what I mean? Like, that's a Bumblebee song, and it's just like I've been blind this entire time. But it's like, ugh. It's like, ugh. You know what I mean? You know, she thought she could change her. And it's like, kind of thought that she could be that light, like, oh, no, girl, normally girls like, oh no, I'll change him, he'll be better for me, because it's me. But thought that with Yang, and Yang thought that with Blake. She's like, oh, she'll change, it'll be me, because I'm enough. And it's like, sometimes you're not enough, you cannot change that person and their actions. She's defeated. Repeating the same mistakes. She'll risk being crushing and to have Blake by her side. Another chance to let Blake crush her feelings. She's giving her another chance to do that. She's lost. She's found. She's hard to pin down. You'll never know she's dependable. You'll never know she'll come through. You'll come through. You here. Together we're here. And that's all that matters somehow. It's like I can't put up with this anymore. I'm running out of... I can't. One step at a time. It's like it's unrequited love, and that's what's getting on my nerves. 1 second, it's like, Bumblebee, the song Bumblebee is here, and they're in love, and it's secret love, and oh my god, they're so cute, and Blake and Yang. But then, and the next song is like, oh, it's unrequited love, and I feel this for you, but you don't feel this for me. And it's like, they keep doing this with Blake. They did it with Ilya. Ilya was like, oh, Blake, I love you. And Blake was like, I'm straight. And he's like, Adam, you know what I mean? And it's like, Blake is not showing, and it's getting on my nerves, because like 1 second it's like, oh, Bumblebee. Next second it's like, oh, it's just a bum, not a bee. No, she's a bum. Here's the bee. Like, you know, Yang wants the bum, but she wants the bee. Yang's the bee, but she wants to be the bum, and blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? And so if you're gonna do Bumblebee, do it. Like you know what I mean, or don't do it. Do it or don't do it. But stop this cribbing. Stop this teasing people. Do it. Don't do it. I don't want to store. I want Blake and Yang to have issues. I want them to work through the whole "you left me" thing. Maybe there's a romance, maybe there's not. I can explore that. Great. But don't sit here and don't want the main focus to be, oh well, you know, I'm heartbroken and I don't, because if it is true, the Bumblebee stuff is true, which I believe it is, Blake knows what's going on. Blake knows that there's some type of attraction, some types of feelings between them. So don't sit here and act like it's just Yang. Like, oh, Yang, it's just, Yang, because we've already had this, we've already had the story of the show with Ilya, but it just wasn't fleshed out as much because they had other shit to do. Number two, um, you know, apparently it's just been a thing for a long time. Bumblebee was just like had Blake's perspective too. You pulled me out of the, you put and you chased away my darkness and gloom when the wind blows through the trees and your voice is like a song in the breeze. But doubts disappear every time that you're near. Clouds seem to run from the sky. You know what I mean? Blake felt the same way, and it's just like I hate the unrequited love story. This is just gonna be pure with John again. We've done it with Pure and John. We've done it with freaking Blake and Ilya. You know, Weiss and freaking John. We've done it this unrequited love story so many times, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. No matter how many times you frame it, I'm done. I'm done with the unrequited love story. Put them together, or have a thing where it's like I love you, but then I don't. But don't. It's a mess. It's a mess. And this song makes Blake look so bad. It makes her look so bad. I know Blake is not bad. People really rip on Blake. I have some pieces of Blake too, but it's like I love Blake. Blake's one of my favorites. I don't like Blake and Yang are one of my two favorite characters. I don't want them to ruin them. I don't want to ruin them. I don't want to make Blake this villain. Blake isn't perfect. Yang, none of them. I don't want anything to be perfect. I want them to have faults and I want them to have conflict with each other. It's interesting to watch, but at the same time, it's just like don't villainize it. Sad, but it's true. The one thing I can't count on is that I can't count on you, and it's just like, wow. It really paints Blake as this unreliable bitch. It really paints her as like this unreliable, you can't rely on her. She's always flaking, she'll never be there for you type girl. And it's just like, we see her in Minari, we see her growth, we see her change, we know she's not that girl. But in Yang's mind, she's that girl because of what she did. And it's like it didn't have to be this way. Blake could have just been like, hey Yang, how are you okay? I'm sorry, that was Adam, it's blah, 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 blah. I'm so sorry. He said it's gonna destroy everything I love. I need to go back to Menage, I need to sort this out. My family's there. Sorry, I'll be back. Like, come on, like, it's fine, like, it's great. She could have done that. RWBY did that. RWBY left a note. At least RWBY left a note. RWBY said, hey Yang, Weiss, she's not mad at Weiss. Weiss was plugged. Like, everyone gets Weiss' dead. He's crazy, okay? But Blake didn't have to leave how she did. It was a mess. It was on. 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 And Blake is the villain. Now Blake is a villain. And it's just like, why? It's like I can't count on you. And I'm the other girls. They don't feel this way, but Yang feels this way. And and it makes it look like it's just this way because they're not together romantically. And I don't want them to play this bitter lesbian plotline either, where it's like, oh, she's bitter because she's gay and she can't have her and blah 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 blah. And I don't want that either because they're friends. I feel like Blake and Yang as a couple, they would still be friends first. Anyone with a core 8 with John and Pira and RWBY and Jeff, and I feel like everyone who was together as a couple, Ren and Nora, they are friends first, and then there's their relationship is the perk of it. They're that's the perk, and it's like I don't want I would prefer it if you're going to go this angle. I would want it if everyone were to feel this way. The rest of Team RWBY is like, yeah, Blake is really Blake is unreliable. Everyone else has had this issue with Blake, but it seems like it's just Yang, and it's just because she's not getting that romantical element. But I know that's not what they're trying to do. They're trying to show that Blake is like kind of a flake, and she's kind of leaving, and it's really complicated. And let's finish this song out and go to another song. This is the sad song. You come through and you appear. Together we're here, and that's all that matters somehow. That's I love it, but I hate it. I love it because it's something I can relate to in my own life. It shows more of a deep personal struggle with Blake and Yang, which is great. And I want there to be conflict. I want there to have that what's going on moment. How she have with Raven, like Raven and Blake are also parallel. So I make a video about that, but it's just like, I was like, I love it, but it's like, here's what I love about this song. I love the conflict that shows between Blake and Yang. I know I love how it shows how she really feels. I love that there's conflict. I love that there's complex emotions behind it. I love the callbacks to their songs. I love that it shows that they have this history, but apparently it's history we haven't seen in the fucking show. It's just, you know what I mean? But it's just like, oh. But then when I hear, oh my god, the song, it's like, some parts kind of it make it look like Blake is a villain and Blake is just oblivious and Blake doesn't know what's going on. But like, we've seen that Blake knows what's up, but she knows there's a thing, but it's just like, ugh. And here's another thing I don't like. Not the song itself, but what they did with the song. They had it where they all hugged and stuff, and I get what they're trying to do because it was like in the moment it was like, Yang, what you gonna say? You gonna forgive her? Then the song plays and it's like, I know you're bad for me, but it's like I gotta have you. I gotta have you. You know what I mean? And it just paints Blake as this, girl that did you wrong, but it's like, just because it's her, you know she's bad for you, but you just gotta have her. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like that art kind of thing where it's like, my mind's telling me no, but my body is telling me yeah. You know what I mean? It's like it's kind of like that, and it's just like, oh, Blake is not that girl. Blake is not that poison. They're like that girl is poison. Blake isn't poison. Blake is not that. Blake is not that girl. Blake can be a good, reliable friend, but it's just like because that's frustrating, and it's like I feel like they turned that now. I feel like now that will forever be a Blake and Yang moment, and it's like it should have been a Team RWBY moment. The show is called RWBY. It's not called Bumblebee. It's called RWBY, and we've been building up to this for so long to have it tainted by that. It just really hurts my kind of soul a little bit. I'm a little upset, and it's just like it's supposed to be a RWBY moment. See, that it was supposed to be a RWBY moment, and it's like it went from a RWBY moment to a Blake and Yang moment because the song is there, and it's like it really tainted it. It really cheapened and tainted the Team RWBY reunion for me, and that scene will forever be different for me because because it's like she said, you give me that look and I just melt, and that's what I'm gonna read the comment that person said because I left some type of comment about Blake and Yang. I got about 4 or 5 likes on it. Yeah, someone said they love teasing the fandom at this point. I don't hate Bumblebee. I've come to like it less and less because shippers can be so annoying. Yes, they can. Um, but I think it'd be nice. Here's what I said. I said someone yesterday told me that this was the Bumblebee song, and I didn't believe them. And now I'm convinced, and now I'm sad that this is how Yang feels. I don't want this unrequited love story either. Do Bumblebee have them together or don't? But I just don't have Yang pining for Blake, and Blake be blissfully unaware because that's not what's happening. Blake, Blake, you know what's up. Blake Belladonna knows what's up. Maybe she didn't know what's up with Ilya. She's been very outgoing with Ilya. But with Yang, there was something going on. Son, there's something going on. She's going to have to, romantically, unless they want to have a polyamorous sub point, which I guess would be good for the poly community. But you know what I mean. Anyway, there's one song that I didn't buy that's just on YouTube. That's Gold. But it's an acoustic gold. But I really think we should listen to it because I have some, emotional thoughts on They really modernized this. Both songs, the acoustic and the original, make you very kind of happy. But this does the same thing without it being annoying. The first time listening to the original Gold, it can be really annoying. Always by your side, whenever you need a friend. It just shows how much her voice has, Casey's voice has evolved and changed. This album was very creative, and I enjoy it. It's my favorite. And I feel like they used Gold this year because, you know, it was a Ruby and Yang kind of a center point where it's like Yang has to get back to Ruby. That's her sister that she promised to protect her, and she was like, Raven, bump you. I'm looking for my sister. Like, nothing's gonna keep me from her. The smell of a rose on a summer's day. It's like, you know, Ruby is a rose, summer was a rose, smell of a rose on a summer's day. She's trying to be like a smell of a rose on a summer's day. She's just trying to kind of fill that mother point because Summer Rose is trying to fill that point. But at the same point, it's also Ruby and Yang combined. Ruby and Yang are Summer's daughters. They are, even though Yang's not biological, Yang was still Summer's daughter in a sense. So you know what I mean? Together they are her mother. They have that strength and that kindness together, and it's just like a Summer where Yang is kind of like Summer. She's hot, she's fun loving, she's fiery, but she's also warm and caring, and you know it's fun. It's where you let loose and you let all your cares away. And but it's like it's a rose, and Ruby's a rose because she's beautiful, because she's like nature, and she's like it's like it represents love and peace and the rose and this and that. And it's like a summer and a rose and a summer rose, and it's like Summer Rose. That's who Summer Rose was. It's like she kind of gave those kind of points with her daughters, and it's just like, oh, the smile on a rose on a summer's day, I will be there to take all your feelings away. Because they are the comforters of Team Ruby. You know, it's like, you know what I mean? Like in the beginning, it's like, you know, that's just what they did. With the touch of a hand, I will turn your life to. It shows how much her voice has progressed, and it just sounds beautiful to listen to. Days to start to fall. I'm just enjoying this song. She's getting back into being that big sister role that she kind of had to not be in volume 4 and then in volume 3 because the trauma she went through. And the light of the night with the love in my heart, I will burn like the sun and will keep you safe and warm. And now she can do that for not just Ruby but her team too. But it's mostly Ruby. This is mostly a Ruby and Yang song. You can just, you know. With the touch of a hand, I will turn your life to gold. I'm supposed to chills. Don't worry, I've got you. Got you. I just gotta take that in.
Don't you
Read about the dark and the light of the night with the love in my heart. I will burn like the sun and will keep you safe and warm. With the sound of a rose on a summer's day.
I'll be there to take all your fears away.
With the touch of a hand, I will turn your life to. Oops. Yeah, it was just great. This is a great soundtrack. I loved it. Let's finish the song.
With the touch of my hand, I'll turn your life to gold.
Alright, so now the song's done. This is a great soundtrack. It's one of my favorites. They really tried to do something different this year. Her voice has grown, Casey's voice has grown, Jeff's voice has grown. Their voices have grown together. It sounded this is the one that had the most soul, and I think all of them had soul, but like, this one had like more soul, more funk, more, just more. This volume soundtrack had more, and it really was ambitious, and it really tried to do a lot of great things musically and tell some stories that they weren't able to fully tell in Volume 5. Or maybe even some stories that they're trying to tell in Season 6. Like, all that matters. Like, I could rant about that for days. Anyway, that's my Volume 5 reaction soundtrack review. It was more of a review than a reaction. Like I said, I finished this last night, so I formed my feelings on it. But, like, I feel like I had to do that to, make the review better and more entertaining. But, anyway, this has been Maxwell Comics Inc. I'm your host, Maxwell. May the power protect you. Bye.